Coca-Cola. All right. Are we live? Looks like we're live. Wait a couple seconds for a couple people to get in here. Actually, why don't I take care of this first? I'm sure most of you guys seen this already, but we only had a couple suggestions for some charity stuff, so we're gonna take care of Pumbaa, this Philippine warty hog, and see my yeah, it looks like internet is not working super awesome today, so hopefully the stream turns out okay-ish. At least we're gonna try. Let's see here. Oh, we need to donate to. Let's see. So we want to do $100. Let's see. USD to PHP. 4,800 pesos. Donate with Peso Pay. All right. I probably shouldn't enter the my credit card live on stream. And review my payment details. All right. Get some Warthog money going. My transaction was rejected. Oh, probably because I'm trying to send money to out of the country. We're unable to process this. I know this is correct. Sorry about this. I wanted to make this like all easy and get this donation done. So sorry guys. I normally have my wallet like just sitting right here or credit cards, but this is wanting me to enter some information. I have it all saved, so I'll be right back. Oh. All right. All right. Sorry about that. Life is difficult running up and down stairs. Whew. One. Alright, I'm gonna get to questions right after we make this adoption donation to Pumbaa. Incomplete information. Oh. Visa, MasterCard. Okay, here we go. So how wide do I normally run my put credit spreads? Depends on the underlying. So Tesla, I'll do them 1 or 2 wide if they are, like, I go for a $5 spread, $5 to $10 spread when I had less money in the account and I just wanted to do a few. I would do like the 250s because they were available. I never thought donations were so hard. My goodness. Trying to figure out if getting 10 cents to $200 spread. I don't understand. Oh. You're going to rewrite that so we understand. Oh, okay. So SPY. I actually just did some SPYs last week, and I did $5 spreads. Okay, let's see if I can finish up this donation. And then we can pop into some of these questions. Code invalid. Well, bummer. I wanted to do this, but I'm trying to do the donation I wanted to, but for some reason it's getting rejected. I've had this happen in the past just because we're sending money essentially overseas, and sometimes your merchant doesn't like that. But we'll figure out a way. I actually do have somebody that works for me in the Philippines, so if I have to send her money and she can do it, we'll do it, but we'll get it done this week. So, sorry, Pumbaa. Last week was rough. Made a decision. Did Iron Condors. SPY. Yeah, dude. So during this time, I'm having a tough time selling anything as far as the top ends, the call side of Iron Condors. It would make sense to do it on Tesla for every single bit of collateral you put down on the put credit spread. You can basically do the top side for free, right? But it just scares me, They announce a stock split and then boom, it rips up. They already had their earnings call, which was poor, or their earnings that was poor, and it dropped a bit, but not for very long at all. It's not, I don't know how far you went out of the money. Not really a rookie mistake. It's just probability. It's going to happen sometimes. The one that I'm looking at, someone asked me to do an Iron Condor, and I think I actually want to do Apple. Let's use nope, we can see this whole thing. Just because I think Apple's been steady enough. I mean, they get some pretty awesome news. This is not Apple anymore. They get some pretty awesome news, and I mean 144, 126. It's not a huge range for them. I'll go a little bit higher on the upper side, but I mean they've had their EV announcements. They've had their earnings, and it just like ran up pre-earnings. I guess earnings expectations was a little bit higher than it should have been, and then so a little bit subsequent sell-off. So I think I'll do that with the Iron Condor. And if you just, I don't know what you did for managing it. Like, did you just lose on the Iron Condor? Did you move it out? Did you? Because you can move like one wing out. Did you say what the expiration was too? No, you didn't. Oh, 2.5. Yeah, see, that's why I moved everything out. Like, I mean, all my options, man. I don't have anything expiring any sooner than the 19th, and I'll keep rolling these things out, because that period where you have like 1 or 2 days or something before expiration is super scary, unless you're selling your cash covered puts or stock covered call. Then you can then you're okay with being assigned. Like, when I sell my app or AT&T puts, I'm fine if I end up with a few extra 100 shares of that. Any tips for running spreads while working full time? I work full time. I work more than full time. I probably work 10 hours a day, and I'm able to do this. I don't know what your hours are, but I usually have an hour and something in the middle of in the morning, just depending on how my schedule ends up. In the middle of the day, you can take a look at stuff, but in reality, when you're doing put spreads, you should be putting them out there far enough to where it shouldn't be I need to manage this right now. The only advantage that you have when you're looking at it just like minute by minute is you can see so you can see when the stock takes a dip. So let's of course go to Tesla a bit here. So like any of the days where they're down, like this drop here, you can just like instantly open one. Like, you'll see me several times, I'll open them up just because the stock has dropped, because you can collect greater premium. Yeah, it's hard if you don't have it in the morning. Where do you live? Are you East Coast, West Coast? Do I roll out when I have a week left? I roll out anywhere between like 5 to 12 days. So I don't want anything now expiring like this coming Friday, or the next. And I don't have a steadfast rule, so I don't have I'm going to roll them by this day. And it also depends like where the stock is in relation to my spread. So if it's something that's super far away, I'm not concerned about it as much from a protection standpoint. But when it is that far out of the money, then you've usually realized most of your gains. So like ideally, you would open it up about 6 weeks out, and then move it by the time close it or roll it out when you've only got a couple weeks left. But and I've made the mistake, learned the hard way. So I had stuff that had, like we had a big drop, and I just didn't have very much time on it. And now stuff that drops, like even though it's actually below the price where I need it, there was enough time, enough value there to where I could roll it out and I could roll it down. So I think they wouldn't be out of the money now. But I think like on this Friday-ish or so, Friday or Thursday, Tesla's like around 820. But I had a couple, and just like two, because most of the time I'm super far out of the money, just kind of as a risk. I had them at like 850, 845, but I had enough time, like they were still 6 weeks out or something like that, 5 weeks out, that they had enough value I could roll them out and down. So now those became like 800s, 800, 795s, or 800, 790s. So you can actually make weekly income. Like, should you look to make weekly income? No, you should look like long term. So you kind of want to figure out your strategy. I mean, you can definitely do exactly what I do. There are a million strategies out there. I don't think any of them are wrong except for the YOLO after YOLO. I get tired of seeing all this stock's gonna 5x, this stock is gonna 10x. You can do that, and you can definitely make some money on that just based on if enough of that hype goes around. You usually can make money on the hype, not necessarily because the stock is that much more valuable. But this is like a long-term thing. Like, you should have down weeks and you should have up weeks. This shouldn't be necessarily just like pocket money for you. But if I had, which I will, and I have had a small account. I started another one with $600 in Tastyworks. So because this was so successful, I was like, can I start all over using the exact same strategy, very safe, and kind of replicate what I did. And I started with $600, and I started with things like 6 weeks out. So I would just look like, 6 weeks out. So monthly income, annual income, you're gonna have down weeks. And to sell a credit spread a week out, that if the stock goes against you, you don't have any recourse. You don't have time to management. There's not enough value there. And you can push it out super far, but then if you've used up all your collateral, then what are you going to do? You're going to wait till you can deposit more money, or you're going to have to wait like weeks or months. So if I have to roll out a spread like 3 months or something like that to be able to save my collateral, that's fine, because the account has other things going for it. And that's why I have several different expiration dates, so I can kind of leapfrog these things. Yeah, totally $600. Let me see. I've kind of neglected this account a little bit, but let me see. I can bring that one up too. I started it, I believe, in June. Let me grab it. I just don't have my passwords memorized for everything. This account was started, my Robinhood account. This was started with $575. But let me get Tastyworks up here. So this would be a good example of what you could do with very, very little time. I probably manage this account maybe once per month, or not once per month, but maybe like once per week. Go ahead and grab this up. So, oh, that's right. This shows like one of the options had a really weird price thing happen to it. So it shows like I lost $8,000 or something Friday. Hopefully it's corrected. Let's see. So I think, so I made $1,100. That's this year without touching it. And actually, I made a big mistake on there. I opened up a debit spread instead of a put spread, and I got frustrated with that. And I think, let's see, where are we going? I don't use this much, so where is my, there is my, oh well, I'll have to find it. But yeah, that guy started $600. I think it's made about 10,000 touching it once a week or so, maybe twice a week, depending on kind of what's going on in the market. And yeah, and everything's actually like safer than what I do in this account. So it's been pretty good. And like if you just kind of follow along, you definitely can do it. Just don't get risky. So when you're opening up a put credit spread, the closer you are to the money, the more risky it is. Get $150 out of the money, keep going, replicate that, and then start putting some money aside, like get your initial investment back, and then you're playing with house money. Yeah, like almost all put credit spreads on that account. I did some DIA and a couple SPYs, but I almost all have, like right now it's just put credit spreads on Tesla. That's it. So that's where we went wrong as a Friday. Closed all my trades. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to, you just don't want to not give yourself time. Time, like, time is part of what you're selling by doing this. And if it goes against you, you don't have any more time to work with. I mean, that's why, and if you saw, if you saw this dip between January 26th and the 30th, if I had everything expiring right then, like just in a few days, I would have been screwed, you know, that this account would have just plummeted. But I know I don't have anything expiring for weeks. It has gives the stock a chance to bounce back and go even higher. It's pretty cool though. Now that we look at, like, let's see, for the year, yeah, we're up 307,000. But even though these dips, which you'll experience when you sell the put credit spreads, they'll just be like little blips on your journey up. So like 3 weeks on a Tesla spread, if you're just like opening your first one, I would do like 6 weeks, and I would make it super safe. So I would do like a March 19th, and somewhere around 700, 695 if they're available. Oh, let's see, it's probably one that I have open. 319s, maybe they're only $10 increments. So 319, yeah, it looks like they're probably just, no, they do. Let's see what they have. I'm a little bit slow with the desktop app because I don't use it. I mostly just use my my mobile. So like I said, I do work full time. I do tons of trading on the road, like literally while driving. So let's look at one we could open. Like this 695, 700, 690. Where's the $5 increments? There's just none. I'm pretty happy because I think Tesla's showing a lot of support around here. The 745, 740, if you have to, but a 700, 690, that's giving you $250 worth of credit, and that's a great start, right? So if you can do like one of those. Let's actually look at, this is one that I would actually do right here. So I would sell, let's look at the 750, 745. Gives you plenty of time. Take your $500. If you're starting with a $500 or $600 account, this is going to give you $120 credit. It shows $128, but usually by the time that you open it, you're not getting all the credit you wish you would have, just because there's a difference between the bid and the ask. 6 weeks out, that is safe. You have time to roll it, and with a $600 account, you're going to have $220 ish in there once you create this spread. So because you'll have your $500 collateral, you'll have your $100 cash left over, and then you'll have your $120 that you collect. So that cash, if you just happen to need to roll it down, and sometimes you do have to pay to roll it down if the stock went totally against you. Not likely, but you pretty much you need to go slow on it. Don't try to go from $600 to $6,000 in a month. It doesn't make any sense. The faster you try to grow, the more risk you incur. So, I mean, there's plenty of people who YOLO out there, but I don't do Wall Street bets. I don't do YOLO. I don't do anything that I'm not comfortable seeing dips with, because I know what my long-term goal is. And you might think, you know, this is 20% on over 20%. It was like 20, 22, 23% or something like that for 6 weeks. That in itself is a fantastic gain. You're not going to do that with your savings account, with most mutual funds or anything like that. But if you can keep repeating and repeating and repeating, it'll take you 4 times of doing this to where you have enough to open up a second one or third one. And once you're opening 2, then that growth rate just continues. As you're collecting this money, take some aside for yourself. And that's exactly what I did with that Small Tastyworks account. I started with $600. I was lucky because the stock went up, which helped me grow a little bit faster, but I literally went from 1 to, I don't know, however many that I have now. Let me just, how many do I have? So basically I have a 10, a 30, so I have the equivalent of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I basically have, let me count this up, 4, 10. I have the equivalent of 14, starting from basically 1. And that was in a period of about 7 months. And also I've taken, I think I made a withdrawal of either 3 or 4 grand from the account, starting from $600 is what my initial deposit was in that account. So like let's see, $5, yeah, $5 increments is nice. That's the only thing you can do with $600 collateral. You're not going to be able to do any wider than that. So you could do it on SPY if you wanted dollar credits or dollar wide spread, but I like that 750 range with Tesla right now. I think there's some pretty good support. I called it out like this earlier this week. Number 1, I don't think we're going to see below 800 anymore. Number 2, I see some support on the chart around 8. I think it's like 833-ish or so. So I feel relatively safe about those. And then if that happens to go totally in your direction, like let's say it goes up $100, actually even up $50, you're gonna have so much of the gain. You can then roll it out at that point or roll it up and collect some of that money. And then as soon as you've collected enough to get another $500, you're doing it again. I got 5 on it. That's my notification from my phone. Yeah, it's pretty funny because just like, yeah, people pick that up. So if a spread goes against you, you roll it out. Yes. And I roll them out anytime I just feel uncomfortable with it. And for me, the reason I do most of them on Tesla, I've gotten to know the company, the stock, the entire space well enough. It's kind of like knowing a person. So you know, you have some people that can handle stress and some people that can't. And you kind of get an idea of how they're going to react. So I'll see certain news coming out and I'll see like, hey, that's an overreaction. We know it's going to recover the next day. Like the earnings, the earnings when it came out and was lower than expectation, I know that doesn't matter. Tesla's not in the game to try to earn money. They're trying to manufacture as many cars as they can, spend as much money as they can, and build their infrastructure. So I know that was a temporary dip, and for people who haven't gone through the dip, don't know it quite as well, I understand why they're stressed about it. but that's all part of it. Like you have to be ready to manage it. You have to be ready emotionally to be able to handle a drop and know what's on the other side, that it is coming back. Yeah, you do want a slow growth curve. It's I mean, it's the only way to do it safely. Your growth speed is always going to be balanced by risk. So you can take a ton of risk, potentially make a lot of return, but also potentially lose it all very quickly. I mean, look what happened to the hedge funds a couple weeks ago. Would you enter? Since Elon Musk is the man, would you enter any of his other stocks? He influenced SpaceX. I don't know. Depends how well I get to know it. I don't know a lot about space exploration, but potentially I'll probably buy some. He said initially Tesla shareholders were going to have like the first dibs on the stock, so I probably will. But to make a major investment in it, I need to, yeah, I just need to know more. Tesla, I pretty much know inside and out. I drive a Tesla, love it. I know some of the stuff that they say, like people say, oh, we came out with a super long range battery, and it just doesn't matter because I drive a ton, and not any longer range, and won't even make a stitch of a difference for me. All right. So I know I had. I'm gonna go through some of the comments that I had for this last week. I know there was quite a few questions that I said I would go over today, and I really need to. It's been a pretty crazy week. Just bought a new house. Haven't moved yet. Like taking care of all the stuff that needs to. So we're gonna be doing that. All right. All right. Oh, cool. I didn't even see that. I don't have a Discord yet. I don't know if you. Let me get a comments up. Boop. And let me get this guy. You're crushing nice for now. Dude, so that's the funny thing. It is so relaxing to drive the car. You don't drive fast. I actually had a customer. He's like, I don't understand. These Teslas are so fast, yet they're always like, they never drive fast. You feel like a passenger in the thing when you're on autopilot. You know, I don't know. Like normally, I'll drive a car back and forth between some place and another like 100 times, but then somebody else will drive me one time, and I'll look around. I'll be like, oh, I didn't notice that huge building going up, and that's what it's like. It's just let the autopilot cruise. It's just super relaxing. When I did first get it, yeah, anything with the loud tailpipe, yeah, we did. So no, I don't have a Discord yet. So would like to get one out. I would like to make every trade as public as possible. It's a little bit difficult doing that. Like a lot of the major ones I do make a quick video of, but sometimes they're interrupted. Sometimes people call, so I can't really do the whole thing and then go through it later. How much is my total short balance for your spread? I think. What's up, Bossy? Thanks for coming. My total short, like as far as the collateral I have out for put credit spreads, is probably 100,000 or so between the put credit spreads and just cash covered puts. So let's see. We got votes for the Pumbaa. Yeah, I think I'm just trying to send money overseas. Let's I'll stick this guy over here so I can just read in front of my face. And let's pop out this chat. Maybe this will make everything easier. Oh. Yeah, this is super fun doing these, honestly. Like, as long as like a few people are here. The first one I did like had 0 people or one person, but as long as we keep doing it every Saturday, and you know, we can kind of go through stuff from the week. And there's a lot of questions I get that I want to answer more in depth than typing it out. It's actually quite a bit of work to do that. So doing awesome. Yeah, the inspiration for supporting something with your money. I mean, that's like, I feel like that's the ultimate step 3 or 4 in this whole process, right? Like, figure all this trading stuff out, get your strategy, and know it like Neo in the Matrix, right? Like, you know all your tools, you know, you see something going down, you know exactly how to react to it. It's like anybody who's good with any of their crafts. You know, like somebody refinishing wood, like when they know the wood, they know their stain, they know the timing, you know. And for me, looking at that, I'm just like, hey, that's pretty cool end product. I don't know how you do it, but you need to put in quite a bit of time. And like once you learn all these tools available, you're just going to be able to just control it and consistently make money. Right now, you might not know what you're doing. I didn't at first either. Lost money, learned it the hard way, and now I've really settled into my strategy. And I mean, so far, proof is in the pudding. But don't just listen to me. You know, check out other people. Check out the downside of things. Like, as much as I'm bullish on Tesla, I also watch detractors. I always want to know the other side of the argument, and it's good. Like, you need to keep an open mind on both sides. Otherwise, if you can't listen to both sides and make sense of it, you're just never going to learn. It's always easy to find somebody who agrees with you. Like, you're like, I'm doing this, and I mean, you can find people that agree that the Earth is flat, right? So that doesn't necessarily mean it's true. I don't know what these things are. vor.in.net. Looks like some kind of spam. What do I got? 3 of them. All right. Oh yeah, Steven had a weird thing in his account. So sometimes, just in case you guys run into this, once in a while, you'll see. Actually, I have it in my account. I sent him a picture of this. I think they were. Once in a while, you'll have like a put credit spread, put debits, like actually any spread, and they'll separate them out. And it's actually, it's these guys. So I have a 705-700 put credit spread, but instead of them being together, so like you can see the 700, 705 here, this 705 is paired up with this 700, and sometimes it'll split them out. I don't know why. I've had it happen several times, and then it always looks kind of weird because this shows a negative 4,700 and this shows a plus 5,000, so we know we're up, you know, $230 on the overall. But if you get a whole bunch of these, like we have in this account, which is kind of ridiculous to, you know, keep track of everything, and sometimes it gets kind of overwhelming trying to figure out what you got going. No, it never fixes itself. But like if you go to close it, so you can treat it just like a regular one. Let me see what dates these were. 2/16s. So if I look at my 2/16, wait, 2/16? Did I say 2/16? Must have been. That's not right. $226. our puts. So over when you're actually selecting the options to close them or move them out, they don't, they don't pair themselves up unless you just go to that first page and hit close or open. But you can see, like in here, that's all I would do. I would buy back these, sell back these, and then I can do whatever else I want. I can either spend the 43 cents to close them. I could then roll them out, just go to my next one and roll them out, or just treat them like normal. But if you are in this one, oh, not this one in particular, because this one is a single option, any of the actual pairs, this one you'd just be able to close both of them by themselves. So not too big of a deal. And then once you roll them out, usually it kind of fixes itself. So if you selected those two, rolled them out, then you would see both of them together. How much have you guys made this week? I'm just curious. I think we're up. We're up for the week. What a weird week. Keeps looking like my my line here is drawn by an Etch-a-Sketch. But we're up 23,000, so like 10% for the week. It's kind of nice. Definitely a lot of that had to do with the down Friday. Oh, BuzzFeed, awesome! You haven't started doing it yet. What have you been doing? You just like learning and kind of gathering everything. Have you done any paper trading? I think Webull has it, and I know Tastyworks has it. But you can do some paper trading, try it out, see how it rolls. What's your first one gonna be? Dude, $90. Yes. Penny stocks. I mean, my girlfriend is super into penny stocks, man. Drives me nuts a little bit. She'll just like watch something and she's made a lot of money. She's like definitely not, we're on two total separate pages. She's done well. I think she's up $80,000-$90,000 with her account, and she's just done penny stocks. She'll just watch whatever kind of video. Some guy named Charlie, I don't even know. But she's like, yep, this sounds good. She actually turned me on to NNDM, so I did buy that for like $4 or $5, and now it's, I think, triple. Sundial, why have I heard that? Oh, she bought that. What was it? And is that weed stock? I think it is, right? Yeah, let me stick it over there. That was so hilarious. I don't know why she bought it, but yeah, I was like, she bought it. I don't remember how many shares she has, and she just told me she accidentally ran into it. I was like, why'd you buy that? She's not a weed person at all. And I was like, this is weed stock. And she's like, no, it's like medication for people who are in pain. I was like, yeah, weed. You're just like, oh, you're just playing it for all the upside of us having a more weed-friendly administration kind of situation. Oh, were these guys short squeezed too? Dude, I had some Tilray for like nothing a while ago. I wish I would have kept it. Oh well. Sundial, dude. Good luck on that. I'll have to see how many shares she bought. She just told me about that yesterday. I was like, she's like, I bought this. I have no idea what it is. She probably bought 10,000 shares or something crazy because she's like legit all in every single time. Um, I don't know. Still not my style, but I hope you guys do well. Probably will. I feel like if it's popular enough for her and you to have bought it, like that's crazy. I don't know if you like watched a video or something or how exactly you found it. I don't even know how she found it. She said it was like accidentally. She just bought a myriad of penny stocks. Oh no, it's because she thought it was basically like a medical company or something. So, and she's just like, yep, people need medication, people need pain relief, so I'll buy it. All right. Do we already go? Oh, I need to go through that. I have responded once. I was like, this is looking a little bit late. Curious how it is so easy for you to roll over your credit spreads in one transaction. Anytime I try to roll multiple order, it never fills them. Then I have to do separate transaction, closing and opening another. Part of the reason, it depends on the stock that you're trying to roll. So if you're trying to roll options on a stock that isn't very liquid, so something that's not traded a whole bunch, it's going to take a while. Especially if you're a little bit farther out of the money. There's not a whole lot of open interest in those. So if it's an obscure stock, it's always going to take longer. So like your SPY, your DIA, your Apple, AT&T, like all those super common companies, Tesla, they're going to be able to, there's a lot of people going back and forth on those, so it's going to be real easy to buy and sell things. That's one of the problems with illiquid stocks. There's just not enough people going back and forth, so sometimes like when you're trying to get in or out, you're going to be paying more or selling it for less than you really should be. There's just more slippage, more gap between the two. And then I don't know what you're doing as far as the pricing. So normally when I'm opening one, I'll see the price, and you'll see me do it several times. I'll try to open it. You know, they want, says like the average is $2.30, and I'll drop it down to $2.20, $2.10, $2. So you're probably needing to lower the price that you want to get. I'm pretty aggressive about doing that quick, just because I do work full time and I want to be able to get that transaction done and move on to the next thing in my day. It's not going to affect me big time at the end of the year. I mean, I have probably a good 100, 200 or something positions open, and so to sit there and wait or mess around trying to get an extra few dollars, it's just not worth it for me. And I mentioned calendar spreads. No, I'm not in any calendar spreads. So calendar spreads, in case you don't know, those are, you'll buy a long dated call and then sell a call that's closer. It's kind of it's a very strange strategy, because you kind of have this like little window of opportunity to where you gain maximum profit, and they're a lot more difficult to manage than just a simple debit spread. What I mostly have are verticals, so where those I'll buy a call deep in the money, super far out, and then I'll sell something way out of the money, a call against it. So let's see. I only hold plug at an average cost of $4. Nice. And lots of mutual funds. Mutual funds are like just ETFs. Quick question. So I'm going to start doing Tesla credit spreads next week or the week after. So how out? You want me how much out of the money? So I like about 6 weeks out. Like if it's your first one, I would go 6 weeks out, $100 to $150 out of the money. $150 if you want to be super safe, not regret opening your first one ever. So like around the 700. I'm very like, I actually like the March 19th 750, 745s. I like those. I see some good support at like 822. I don't think Tesla's going below 800 again. Said that in one of my videos. I just don't think so. So yeah, time 6 weeks, and yeah, 750, 745, yes, 100, and then you could go down to the 700, 690 if you want to be overly safe. I think that's overly safe. I think it's too much. I don't think it's enough credit for me. Just join. What is your typical DTE? So if I had to put numbers on it, like just kind of a rule of thumb, 6 weeks out, 4 to 6 weeks out, depending on what the stock is doing. If I just saw a drop, all my rules are very fluid based on the price action and upcoming events, and that's why I mainly do it on one, so I can know that one stock inside and out. I can do shorter term or for more gains if I just see the stock drop and I know the reason. Like if it's not a fundamental change, if it's some stupid news that I see an overreaction to, I know that that is a total temporary dip, and I want to take advantage of that, so I'll do them a little bit shorter term and a little bit closer to the money. But let's say everything is trading sideways, yeah, 6 weeks out. And as far as percentage of profit, yeah, so I'm looking for, I'll start moving them out when I've realized it's probably like about 75%, and also depends like what I have time to do. So I do work full-time. This is my side deal. So if it's in the morning and I catch it and I see, hey, this thing only has 20 bucks left to realize, and I opened it up for 120, I want to roll it out, roll it up, get it to make more money. Did I already get Pumbaa? No, I tried and it's not letting me do. That was the first thing I wanted to do and get it out of the way. It's not letting me do the transaction, and I think it's because it's to the Philippines and my credit card is not happy with me sending money overseas. What I think. Did I still have the window up? I tried it a couple different ways. Let me see. Where'd my Pumbaa go? Oh, I don't have the window up anymore. I'm gonna get it figured out and post it. I know. Let me try a different credit card. I feel bad. It's so frustrating too. But I also know, like, I have people that work for me in the Philippines, and I know sometimes we have difficulty transferring money. Like, I have to use certain services to get money over there sometimes. I'm gonna try one more time with a different credit card. No, I really want to do it. But next week I want to do something for like people, for kids. There's actually, I don't know if any of you guys happen to see it or watch it. There was like a documentary. This guy who basically, like, I'm pretty sure it was in India, and like kids get kidnapped and just forced into these like not labor camps, but they're like in buildings and just forced to work at, I don't know, 8 years old, 5 years old, and all this stuff. And this guy coordinates these huge rescue efforts for all these kids to get them out of there and get them home and all this stuff. I hope to find that one. I would like to donate to that guy. I did in the past. Some of that stuff is just unbelievable. I would love to do that. I'm gonna try to get some money over here with a different card though. To Pumbaa. 4,800 Philippine pesos is what we're gonna try again. Let's see. Let's try this guy. Hope I'm not showing my credit card on camera. How long do I normally hold a trade? So I like to have everything moved out around it's like 5 to 12 DTE. I usually don't want to hold it any more than that. As far as, and that's of course a put credit spread. Other things where I'm just selling a put, I'll hold them until expiration because most of the time it's on a stock that I want to own. Actually, almost every time. Alright, I'm going to try this one more time. Let's see. See if my other credit card is happy. Required to verify your card. Let's see. Costco, Visa. Yeah, and there's like, it's so difficult. Like, initially you need, why? Sure thing. We're unable to process the charge. I don't understand what's going on with this. I don't know if it's the my credit card company or the website, but everything keeps getting rejected. 2 different cards, 2 different banks. Or maybe I'm broken. I have no money and I didn't pay my bill. But sorry, yeah, every single one is every single one of them are completely different as far as like just my times and dates and everything, just because I mean ideally let me show you this. So there's always like an ideal place. So I wish I could stick my finger on the screen here, but I can't. I mean I can, you just wouldn't see it. So ideally, like your put spread amount, right, would just be slightly under wherever this is. But as long as, like, if I'm opening up here for way down here, I can absorb all this strangeness. And this was our down. What was this? Our down Thursday, Friday, something like that, or Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And this is where it looked nutty, but being familiar with it, this didn't bother me at all. Like this whole area, that doesn't even, like when I'm even looking at the chart, I don't think that is that's not valuable information. That's not valuable pricing to me. So I'm looking at these other lines of support, which yeah, they're right around the 835 range, and I know if I'm kind of discounting that I can still sell based on this 835 ish number. All right. Dang it, Pumbaa. All right, Matt. See ya. You see the support and resistance? Yeah. And it's kind of weird because they definitely, like, you'll see a few interesting things with the chart. I don't really do technicals very much. On Tesla, you can definitely see some like clear wedges though. Really expected it, if earnings weren't down, I expected it to rip up another level because there was a nice wedge happening here. And you see it. Actually, let me see. Can I grab this? I do have a. Yeah, come on. I do have a pen here. And where can we go? Oops. Do this guy. Let's see. Yeah, like with this, we could see this like huge wedge formed. That thing before it ripped up. And then there's definitely like, we had kind of same thing going here. And this is actually what and then right before it breaks out, and the highs had already been tested a couple times, right before we saw this breakout. And then I saw this guy kind of forming there. and expected this thing to keep ripping, but then of course the earnings were disappointed. But now we have a little bit smaller wedge going there. But this has happened since, you know, the beginning, right before every single breakout. I'm a beautiful drawer. Let's see. This guy, dude. Went to so many TD Ameritrade technical classes, helped me out a lot. Yeah, it's like good to know some of the technical stuff, but just depending on your style. Like, I'm not a day trader. I don't want to become a day trader. I don't think. I think the most important thing about the charts is being able to see what it's projecting. Like when you see, okay, went up, okay, one goes up, comes back down, and then all these people who bought up here or were planning on selling are sad, like the emotional part of it, that they didn't get out of it, comes back up. So that's why typically it'll need to be tested a couple times before dropping. Like the psychology of it, I think is pretty interesting, but the actual charts itself, seeing just history of price action, but I don't want to be a full-time analyzing 50 different stocks. It's silly. Like, you have analysts dedicated to a couple stocks. I don't think anybody wants to do that full-time. I mean, people make videos like, yeah, like I said, this stock is going to 5x or 10x or whatever, and they've done 5 minutes worth of research. To me, it's just stupid. It's actually stupid. Or I just like this company. If it's something that you own, like, I mean, people use Facebook on a daily basis. They like it. They want to own some. I have Coca-Cola. I drink Coca-Cola. Good company's been around, but to find some penny stock and do 3 minutes of research and then dump 10 grand into it, not brilliant. Yeah. I also think that I don't want to be a day trader. Yeah. Neither do I. I think it would be interesting, but I feel to become a good day trader, I think you have to spend a year or two playing with really small amounts of money, hope you break even or lose a little bit, until those patterns really start to speak to you. And you have to, because you'll probably have like your setups, and you'll see the patterns, and you start to recognize them, and you have to recognize them fast enough to while they're forming. So I think it's like people can do it, but they think that they want to learn how to do it, or they think they're going to be successful after watching a video training course or something like that in a day or 2 days or something like that, and they think, oh, okay, now I'm going to be a day trader and make millions of dollars. Well, no. There's people that spend years getting good at it, and then they can leverage that knowledge to be able to do it. Let me get back to some of these questions too. Let's see. Dude, it's totally emotional. It's so emotional, like when your stuff is down, and people usually don't even have enough emotional strength to be able to see a stock going down and buy more. They're like, oh crap, it's going down, I should sell it. Or they see it going up and then they want to buy it. Someone did ask me, like, why did I sell a call on CCIV when it was going up? It's like, because it's going up. That's when you do it. Okay, so we talked about rolling out spreads and how we do it in one transaction. I think the biggest thing is you probably just need to lower your price. So I think moving out of Robinhood is a better move for our future if your account is growing big. Number one thing, when you start growing your account, talk to a CPA, talk to a tax professional, 100%. They will save you thousands, maybe tens of thousands, maybe 100,000. If I would have talked to one last year, I would have probably saved $100,000. There's ways to shelter all these gains. If you're just trading once a day, you probably won't qualify for trader status. But when you start trading a lot, you have options. You don't have to pay 40-some% of your gains as capital tax. or his capital short-term capital gains. All right, we got votes for Pumbaa, but I can't get money to Pumbaa. Do I ever use margin to sell puts? Yes, I do. Pumbaa, Pumbaa. Thanks, Premier Bosses. I did check it out and I tried. Cash, as soon as you offer me or let me know what stock you're looking at doing an Iron Condor on, I will open one, depending on what it is. I mean, I guess I could do it either way. Just one of the legs is going to be ridiculously far out of the money. Oh, and anyways, yeah, as far as being like inspirational and everything, I do think this is, I know I started on this earlier, but this is like step 3 or 4 with this whole journey. Step 1, learn what you're doing, know how it all works. Step 2, use the leverage of your knowledge to build up a bunch of money. Step 3, take care of all your own crap, own your own house, don't have any debt. Realize that you don't need to spend the money on tons of name brand crap and actually save it. And step 4, give it away and help other people. It's pretty simple, because that's what's actually going to make a difference long term. Nobody's going to remember you for, hey, that guy had a nice car. But I have a friend who like went to South Africa, started a soccer team for these underprivileged kids. Like, everybody's going to remember him for that, right? He put his time, his money, and everything into it. All right. Cool. Up 400 bucks. I love when you guys post your gains, dude. Dude, 90 bucks this week, man. Watch next week, 110. Next week, 200 bucks. You're gonna just start snowballing. Read this book talking about how trading is essentially a mindset and anything can happen. What book? And did you like it? I have my very favorite book does not. It's called The Richest Man. It was The Richest Man in Babylon or The Richest Man of Babylon. Let me see. Richest Man in Babylon. Yeah, that book. This is such. Can I just like read it right here? What? What is? How is that even possible? Weird. Dude, I love it. This book is so good, and it's just about taking care of your money, man. Like, pay yourself first. Don't invest in stupid stuff. Great one. Trading in the Zone. Oh, I heard that. I need to read it as soon as I have time, after I'm done moving. Alright. We did find a charity. We can't give away our money for some reason. We'll have to figure this out. Yes, I do use margin for my account. Oh, this is Matt. We just talked about... I can't remember what he asked me initially. Oh, why I bought Tesla stock, and yeah, Matt asked me like, hey, it was an email, if I'm making so much money on these put credit spreads, why do I buy Tesla stock? Because the stocks are equity, and that mitigates a lot of our risk. Option trading, no matter how safe I feel, is extremely risky. Every time I put collateral on the line, I can lose 100% of it. It's always a possibility. We have to know that. It's super important. So I always want to take some of that profit, put it into stock. I withdraw almost every week unless it's like a super down week. But like when I roll things out, I withdraw out of the account. You can see my account for the year is up. This year is up 307, but we only have $257,000 in there because I've taken out $50,000. William Kim, I love William Kim. William Kim, he has a channel. And he does some really good due diligence, like not copying everybody else, kind of his own thoughts on actual stocks to buy. I've bought in a couple of things based on his due diligence. And Kenneth, we did talk about this 6 weeks out, and different video I said 3. Yes, it depends on what the price action is doing. How much of my capital do I usually have in trades and cash? Most of it. Almost everything that I have in the account is in trades. I take cash out, put it into my account, but the money in that account is from making money from my money. Awesome, I got in at 18. Oh yeah, CCIV, I bought that at 18, and we have 100 shares. Churchill Capital. Potentially merging with Fisker. Alright, Taylor, dude. Thanks for your questions, man. It's super helpful to me. I can't wait to hear, like, next few weeks how you do. Keep us updated. Alright. Stephen was up 25K after a down Friday. Oh, and rolling credit spreads. So rolling credit spreads, I think in this video we had like a 5 spread, and we wanted to roll out to a 10 spread. So you can always do, when you're rolling them, a little quick little example here. And yep, I do. I listen to Josh, yes. I do not have a Discord yet. Yeah, he's super good. And I love the news that comes super quick. And that's pretty huge. Why am I not showing any of these populated? There we go. So like an 800, 795. Let's take a look at this real quick. So normally you would go and sell the one that you own back and buy the one that you sold back. And then if you wanted to roll them out, let's say to March 19th, where they only had a $10 width. So if we wanted to move these to like a 700, let's say 750, 740. Sell the 750, buy back the 740, and then I usually do this on mobile, so I'm not sure. Okay, so you can go to the contract ratio, and we can actually enter the amount. So you can go, there we go. So that way, our collateral with a $5 spread, we can roll 2 of those out into one $10 spread, so our collateral isn't changing, so you don't have to mess with that at all. Otherwise, normally you just close it out and then buy it. What's up, Ben? And even here you can see you're rolling it down $50, and then you're still collecting some more. As far as posting my trades when I'm opening, so I don't have anywhere that I like post them like right as I'm doing it. A lot of them I'll just do videos on, but I need to find a good way of doing that, whether it's like Twitter. I don't know what the best platform is to do that. If it's in a Discord, do you think that's like the best? Oh yeah, you didn't know that it was a 7% AT&T, man? That's yeah. I'd do a Discord. I didn't know if like Instagram or whatever is just the best for going play by play because it's actually I think it's super simple to do because you just screenshot it and then share with whatever platform you want. Want to get to 100 shares? Heck yeah. Do this. Do the do the. Have you ever done the drip calculator on on AT&T? This is so cool. Let's see. Nope. There's ones that'll. Oh, the dividend channel. That's what it is. T. 10K, dude. I guess they were down from there. Like even the last 10 years. But yeah, 10 years. What was the actual? Where do they show the actual dividend on this? I know they show a difference between without the dividends reinvested. But they'll show basically, hey, you can have $7,000. It's 10 years, $7,000 worth of it. Stock Market Live, I've probably been watching it for a year. No, well, yeah, I guess a year since we were shut down the first time, probably. First, I thought he was just like a wacko. Then I realized it's super good news. And I listen to it while I'm driving around. Yeah, I think AT&T would be just the best. Like I feel like it's the super safest savings account you could possibly ever have. Um, and let's see, it's cool to watch. Nice. But I think like literally your goal could be to accumulate $1 million worth of AT&T stock and then just be done. Have a $70,000 income. Go play around in Thailand and India and Vietnam and wherever you want. That the cost of living isn't too high, and just have that drip coming or that dividend coming. I also like Coca-Cola too. So there's my yeah. I'm not sure if I mentioned it when I talked about AT&T. Not as high dividend, but I think the two is growing. Oh, actually, Ben, check this. This might be interesting to you. I'm gonna log into my. Have I shown you my M1? Ben, no, they have consistently raised their dividend. If you look at it, like year over year, it keeps going up and up and up. Discount. So where is this? I have an interesting portfolio on M1, and let's see. I just call it. Let's see. I changed some stuff here. I just call it my dividend flow. So I can't remember when I reconfigured it, but basically, I have a whole bunch of stocks in here. They pay out like almost every single day. But it's super cool because like literally I'll have 40 cents, 80 cents, 20 cents, 46 cents, 50 cents, a dollar. AT&T got me that $7, a buck, 90 cents, dollar, just like a little bit, and you can see like already this month there's been, well, 1, 2, 3, actually we can just go dividends only, and doesn't matter. But like look at February, January, you have like all these, just all the payouts from all these stocks. There's I don't know how many I have in there total, maybe 50 or so, but I'll share this with you just in case you're interested in this. I think this is just super fun. So I just have like 10 grand in there. I think the average is like 4%. But the one thing I really like about this, about M1, I don't know if you know about it. So it takes whatever you have in the account, like above $10, and then buys stock in your pie. So it'll put the most money in anything low. So as some of the stocks underperform, those will get automatically purchased by that portfolio. And I think over time it'll just bring itself up a little bit quicker than just having a single dividend payer. I have, yeah, you can see $10,000–$11,000 in it, so kind of more like a little bit of an experiment, but I thought it'd be pretty cool. Like if you have $100,000 in there, you're getting like $10 a day or something. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'll take a look at this like maybe a year from now or so and just see how it performed. UWMC dividend, they announced. I didn't. I have, what do I have? A couple hundred shares, something like that, but I did not see their dividend. To be honest, trying to get some discounts. Why not, MF, why not sell some puts? Do you know, like, is there a stock you want? Like, I want more AT&T. I'll just keep selling puts on it until they give it to me. What? Did they, when they announce it? I didn't even notice. Let's see. WMC. Did they, oops, geez. Did they move? Whoa. $9. That's somewhere around my cost basis. We'll see. I'll listen to their earnings. Honestly, not at the moment, but stocks like Visa, Square, PayPal, yeah. I have, I think, a couple hundred shares of UWMC in my, I'm pretty sure. Come on. UWMC. Where does it show? I should know this. Oh yeah, we have 200 shares in this account, and then we sold a couple $20 calls on it. So we've made $166 on the calls and are down $124 on the shares. So I've made more selling the calls than I have on the stock. Get a little plan to own a dividend account. Yeah, I like those two. I don't know. I have too many things I juggle because I have I do have an account with just like all growth stocks that's done pretty phenomenally, better than a lot of things. Let's check this out. So this thing that's done pretty well. So it's 170% return. If you want to check out this one too, I'll share it in chat. But that one's up quite a bit. I think it's pretty solid. Just a ton of growth stocks in there. Definitely outperforms the dividend. I mean, I think I've said it. Like, I literally use AT&T and Coke as a savings account. I'm not expecting to make a ton of money on that, but I can see, like, if I'm 60, 70 and not wanting to be actively trading at all, just holding a bunch of it, don't have to think about it, just collect that drip, just collect that dividend. 70,000, get a couple $1,000,000, you have $140,000 a year in interest or in dividends. So, but yeah, but see, I'll definitely check that out. All right, guys. Wow, an hour and a half. All right, I got to get some other stuff done because we've got to get ready to move into a new house. So I will see you guys all during the week. I hope you guys have a great week. I'm going to figure out how to donate to Pumbaa and post it. I hope if I have to ask my girl in Philippines to help me out, maybe I'll have to do that. So anyways, you guys have a great day. And next week, let's make a lot of more money.